Hey guys, it's Victoria, and I wanted to come on and do Lydia's 9-month update. I will get her, she's just finishing up her nap now, and I'll get her at the end, and then you can see her. I haven't done an update in a couple of months because and Alexandria's playing with her princesses. Because I was late doing the last one, and then I wanted to wait until she had her appointment so that I at least had some stats to update because I didn't have any the last time. So she went to the doctor a week ago today. So she was just over 19 pounds. I think it was like 19.12 or something pounds. So she's only up just over 1 pound from her 6-month appointment, which I'm not surprised because around the 6-month point, whenever we were out, people were constantly commented, "Oh my God, she's so chubby. She's so like roly-poly. She's like a little butterball," and we're not getting that anymore. She started crawling and furniture walking, so it makes sense that she would start to slim out, and the doctor wasn't like concerned at all, neither was I, because she eats like a champ. She was just over 30 inches tall, so she's, pretty average for height and weight, and he was really pleased with all of her milestones and everything, so that was good. Matthew actually ended up having to take her for the first time. He's never taken any of the kids to their doctor's appointments because myself and the 2 older kids were really, really sick. So thank God the baby and Matthew did not get it because it was awful. So he took her to her appointment. She also got the first half of her flu shot at that appointment. I'm not sure if it's the first time they get a flu shot or if it's if they're less than a year or how it works, but I know the other kids, when they got their first ones, they had to get it in 2 doses. So she will go back in a few weeks to get the second half of that. She took it like a champ and had no adverse reactions, so that was really good. So as far as development, she is a mover and a shaker. She was the earliest of my babies to crawl. Between 7 and 8 months, she went from just starting to sit up to like a week later going from sitting to down on her hands and knees, and then she'd get up on her hands and knees and rock, and like a week later she was all out crawling. Like there was Noah especially army crawled for quite a long time, and he was closer to over 8 months probably before he started hands and knees crawling, and Alexandria was even later than that. So she was definitely our youngest to start moving. Then in the past week or so, she started pulling up to standing and actually moving along the furniture. So she is, I would say by the end of this year, I expect she will be taking some steps. So that gives us another month and a half or so. She will stand up behind her activity table and push it and walk a little bit behind it. She can't really we have like one of those it's like a doll stroller walker. She can't really pull up on that yet, but if we stand her up behind it, she can sort of move it a little bit. But you gotta be right there with her, because I find those things that have wheels, they tend to push out from underneath them if they're not really sturdy on their feet, if they're supporting their weight too much on them. So you have to really stay with her when she uses those. She has 3 teeth now. She has her 2 bottom teeth, which came in about a day or 2 apart from each other. And then a few days ago, it would have been last Wednesday, it was the day that we were all home, it was Remembrance Day, and she would not nap. Like, she screamed when we put her down, and that's not like her. Like, she is a dream sleeper. So I put my finger in, and sure enough, tooth number 3 had come down on the top. So she has her 2 bottom middle and then 1 top middle, and that other top middle is right there. Like within a few days, that one will be through for sure. So that was the first time. Her bottom teeth she had no issues with. That top one definitely gave her a little bit of grief, but it was really only that 1 nap. She was fine later that day. There you go. She is an amazing eater. She pretty much eats anything we eat. She's got her pincer grip is really good, so she's able to pick up food, so that makes things a lot easier. We can just give her what we have, cut it up small, and like last night we had roast beef dinner, so she had roast beef, peas, carrots, potatoes, a little bit of apple jelly, and like a tiny little taste of dessert for after, and she did really good. For bottles, we've kind of been playing around with it. We've cut them back to 5 ounces each. So she was having 4 5-ounce bottles a day. And then she was really not finishing that lunch bottle, like barely touching it some days. So I cut it back to 3 ounces. And then she was downing that. So then I upped it again to 5 ounces. And then sometimes she'll leave some. So we kind of just her just playing around with that. My goal is to be done with bottles at a year, so that gives us about 3 months to gradually cut back on her amount of formula. I did give her some whole milk in a sippy cup a couple of times. She hasn't really mastered the sippy cup yet. She'll kind of chew on it, so I think she definitely got a little bit in her mouth, but she wasn't like drinking it. And there's no rush for me. I just wanted to sort of introduce it and see what she did with it. It's definitely a different taste for her. Our goal will be to have her off bottles and off formula onto the sippy cup with whole milk around a year. As for sleep, she goes to bed between 7:30, and she sleeps through till about 8 in the morning, and then she usually will have a 10 o'clock nap and a 2 o'clock nap. Both are close to 2 hours. Now, occasionally in the last couple of months, we have gone out in the morning and skipped that morning nap, and she does pretty well with that, so that's nice. That really frees us up to get out and do stuff. Alexandria's in preschool 2 mornings a week, so if I can take Lydia out and do errands, get groceries, do some Christmas shopping, things like that, that would be really helpful. So I look forward to when she's down to 1 nap, like regularly. But it's nice to know that we do have that freedom, that if we need to skip it here and there, that it's not going to be the end of the world. So that's about it for Lydia. I'll go get her up for her nap, and you can see her. She's just the cutest little thing. I just love her so much, and I just want to squish her and just eat her cheeks because they're so chubby. All right, let's go get her.
I want to squish her.
You want to squish her?
Yes.
Yes, I think you do.
I just want to teeth.
You want to squish her cheeks?
Yes.
All right, we'll go get her. All right, she's up.
Okay,
Okay, in a second. I forgot to talk. Here, Lydia. I forgot to talk about her clothing size. She is pretty solidly wearing 18 months, which is much, much, much bigger than Alexandria is wearing. Okay, come up on my knee. And as for things that she likes to do, she really just likes to crawl around and play with her toys. So we have to be very vigilant about making sure that baby gate's closed, bathroom doors are closed. Little pieces are picked up from the big kids. We sold the swing, and I listed the jumperoo to sell because, hi! I'm not sure if she's actually waving or if it's just like a motion, but she was definitely imitating us last night. Yeah, she likes her activity table and mostly just crawling around and chewing on various toys. Oh, she's pushing her away. So don't you just want to kiss those big cheeks? Don't you just want to kiss those big cheeks? Yes, and we still call her Yoshi.
Say bye,
Yoshi. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Nothing.
Baby's first Christmas coming up soon.
Say bye.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Sorry about the chaos.
Bye.